Hey everybody, it's Julie and welcome to my very first Tarot and Tea Tuesday. Right now I am drinking a Tango Passion Fruit tea, which is, I don't know if you can see, it's pretty red and very good. But this tag was created by V over at V Love and Crystals. And it's meant to be just this fun thing that everyone can do together on a weekly basis. And I can put all of the information and the links in the description box below to V's channel because she will provide everything you need. There's a playlist for all of the Tarot and Tea Tuesday videos that people have done. She has a list of many prompts that you can choose from as your topic for a Tarot and Tea Tuesday video. And you can even choose a topic of your own to discuss because it is that flexible and accommodating. You don't have to do it every Tuesday. And so it just seems like a lovely way to bring us tarot villagers together. And I thought I would jump on in. And this first topic that I've chosen is one of my own. It's not a prompt from V's list. But I thought I would start with this one because it's partly influenced by V herself, so I thought it was pretty appropriate. And that topic is a UNMT deck, or rather, a typically not my thing deck. Some background. It was 11 months ago, and I know this because I actually found the video. I went into Racine's channel, Owl Moon 513. Because that's where I first saw this deck. And it was 11 months ago. And I saw her talk about this deck. And even though TNMT, it was really calling to me. There's something about it that it really attracted me. And so I impulsively purchased the deck. After that, I went onto YouTube again and I found like a full walkthrough and landed on Ethony's video. So she did a full walkthrough and she had some problems with the deck. And as I was listening to her talking and showing, the images, I still loved the imagery. And she talked me out of getting the deck, so then I canceled my order. Okay, fast forward to the beginning of April. V does a review of this deck. And I watch it, and I'm like, damn it, I just need to get this deck. I just need to. So I ordered it right then and there, and it came like a day or two later. So I've been working with it for a couple of weeks. Okay, quick tea sip. Okay, so why is this deck TNMT? 2 words. Digital manipulation. Or photorealism or digital photography. Whichever 2 words you want to string together. I don't know the proper term, but yeah. I am typically not attracted to that type of art. And yet, this deck was still calling to me after 11 months, right? So, if V is watching this, perhaps she's already guessed what this deck is. The Tarot de la Nuit, Tarot of the Night. Artist is Alexandra V. Bach, and the guidebook author is Carol Ann, Eshenazi. I think I butchered that. It's a Lo Scarabeo deck. By the way, this is not any type of full walkthrough, just chatting. I will leave a link to Ethony's walkthrough and V's review. She does kind of flip through in her video. So, but yeah, so this is the first time I've ever had this type of box with like the lid that comes off, and I'm digging it. But I think what it was that first had me cancel my order on this deck was a complaint that I've heard both Ethony and V discuss. So here are the backs. And I'll just kind of show you a few of the images while I'm talking. Got Jon Snow here. So one of the biggest complaints is that the images, while they are, it's very shiny, while they are supposed to be based on RWS, a lot of them don't necessarily give you much in the image that really leans towards traditional RWS imagery. And also another issue is that the miners don't show the elemental symbols in the images. So for instance, for the sword suit, you don't see any swords in the images. For the wand suit, you don't see any wands, etc. I think in the coin suit or the pentacle suit, you do see a few, maybe. I don't quote me. In any case, so those are, some of the things that Ethony had mentioned in her video, and I think V had mentioned, some of the same issues. And I think V also then modded her deck to make it more into like an oracle deck because of that. Sorry, I'm trying to not get glare. Diversity and inclusion, or diversity and inclusivity, that is not the name of this game, okay? This is about models in cosplay at a glam photo shoot. And then, perhaps hitting up a Comic-Con or like the Renaissance Festival afterward. And this reads so well for me. Like, this deck reads so well, and I love it. I love it. Overall, I love it. I've been doing some spreads with it. I have found that it is, Black Swan reference here, I have found that it is direct, and it doesn't beat around the bush, and yet it's not too confronting. Do you know what I mean? It's not aggressively confronting, which is one of the things that had attracted me to the deck in the very first place when I watched Racine's video, because she had mentioned that the author's intention, or the creator's intention of the deck, was to show that darkness can be gentle still. Darkness can be beautiful and romantic and encouraging. It's not all about goth and gore. And so I really liked that. I think that the guidebook, reading the guidebook first, definitely did help. It's written as if each character shown in the card is speaking directly to you. So they're telling you their situation. They're explaining their predicament, and then they're leaving you with a message of what their situation might mean for you. What's the takeaway? And I really like that. That kind of makes the deck feel more, I guess personal. So not as surface level as maybe sometimes digital photography can feel, which was surprising in a positive way for me. So the guidebook is translated from Italian. I'm pretty sure the author is Italian, and I love this Ten of Swords, actually. The translation is sometimes the syntax of some of the sentences sometimes was off, and the messages sometimes felt maybe a little saccharine, and I'm not sure if that is because Los Scarabeo, they tend to use shitty translation for their guidebooks, at least in my experience. And so I don't know if the author's intent got lost in translation or, but overall, given my experiences with Los Scarabeo guidebooks and how like egregious their translation is or can be, this guidebook is fairly good as a jumping off point. I felt like a lot of the messages really did hit home. And then as I've been working with this deck more, I've just been kind of, not even thinking about the guidebook, right? Not even thinking about the guidebook, not even thinking in terms of, say, traditional RWS meanings. This is like one of my favorite cards in the deck, because the expression on the female character's face is so ambiguous. It could be read as reciprocating this feeling of lust or passion or love, or being completely reluctant and put off by it. I really love this card. So this is my TNMT deck. I don't know if some of you are surprised by it or not. I was certainly surprised by it, but I'm loving it. I really am. So I hope you enjoyed my first Tarot NT Tuesday. I would love to hear about any of your TNMT decks, or perhaps you have ones that you're eyeing, but you are still undecided about. So drop a comment below or do a video. I'd love to hear or read about it. So I hope you all are well, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.